It's worse than I thought. Alright. I'm gonna start with Alice Adjanino. Fuck this shit. God. Wait. It's worse than I thought. Alright, first off, I want to start off with giving a shout to somebody who's no longer with us. A shout out to somebody who's no longer... Fucking bullshit. It's worse than I thought. Okay, I want to start off the show by giving a, I don't know, remembrance to a guy I used to love to follow on YouTube, and his name was Jeff C., also known as Jeff Censored. I didn't always agree with Jeff, 100% on everything, but one thing Jeff could do was make me laugh. And, coming home after a hard day and you're trying to unwind, and, you kind of sink into your favorite YouTube personalities or, excuse me, internet personalities, whatever you're into. Yeah, Jeff was always like a go-to. He could always make me laugh. And I wanted to start off also with a poem this time. Okay. Man hath weaved out a net, and this net thrown upon the heavens, and now they are his own. Loth to go up a hill or labor thus, to go to heaven, we make heaven come to us. Alright, I want people to keep that in mind as we're going through all this information. Alright, what do we got here? Now, I've been talking a lot about Blue Force, smart grid technologies, and squishy robots, and I wanted to get a little bit into the particulars of squishy robots. We kind of covered the general schematics of the whole situation we got going on here in Canton with their whole smart city initiative, and then pumping all this money into these spy grids that are going up. And this isn't only an issue for this place. This is an issue for the entire country, other states, because I saw what the state police did with the health department and shutting down the local businesses, restaurants, people that didn't comply with the whole mask mandate. We do not forgive, and we do not forget. Okay? Anyways. Okay, the CEO of Squishy Robots, who is working with Blue Force Technology, her name is Alice Agajino. Alice Agajino. Agonino. Who's Alice? Alice in Wonderland. Is an American mechanical engineer known for her work in bringing women and people of color into engineering, and her research into artificial intelligence, computer-aided design, intelligent learning systems, and wireless sensor networks. Okay, so evidently she's not encouraging boys to get into engineering fields because there's probably enough of those men. And by God, we need more women because there's too many men. I don't want to get into it. Anyways, all right, Alice. Who is Alice? Well, I found Alice's curriculum vitae, online, and I want to go through, I'll try to go through it fast, but it's, quite extensive. Sustainable and strategic development, product design, development engineering, intelligent learning systems, multimedia and computer-aided design, design databases, design theory and methods, MEMS synthesis and computer-aided design, information retrieval and data mining, probabilistic modeling, smart lighting for smart grids, intelligent control and manufacturing, sensor validation, fusion and diagnostics, wireless sensor networks, artificial intelligence, decision expert systems, tensegrity robots, gender/ethnic equity in engineering and technology. Okay, that last one is quite interesting. You can go off on a whole tangent just on that, but I'm not going to do that now. I got to really cogitate on that and think how I'm going to present that whole thing. But yeah, basically it's like We're not encouraging white males. Finn. Anywho, alright. So, Alice. Let's see. In 1980, Agogino spent a year as a system analyst for SRI, right? Stanford Research Institute. What do we know about Stanford Research Institute? Okay, so it goes along with her field of study and what her company is representing, their technology, you know, what they're all about. SRI created the Centabots in 2003, one of the first and largest teams of coordinated autonomous mobile robots that explore, map, and survey unknown environments. It also created Bot Hunter, a free utility for Unix, which detects botnet activity within a network. That's something, you know, different. And so, like, SRI is heavily involved with DARPA, robotics, yada, 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 and parapsychology. Oh, yay! Parapsychology. So, Stanford Research Institute in Menlo Park. Now, these last three tidbits of information have been according to Wikipedia, except for the curriculum vitae. So yeah. But anyways, you can continue your own research. So yeah, you have the parapsychology research at SRI, which involved remote viewing, psychokinesis. I mean, these things were also published in Nature and IEEE. You know, and it attracted sponsorship of such groups as NASA, JPL, and the CIA. Oh, those guys, let me tell you. So, yeah, you know, then you had Stargate Project, yada, yada, yada. So you can do your own research on that. But the Centabots, what are these Centabots, right? Centabots were robots created around 2003 and designed to coordinate in large numbers in order to achieve a single goal. An early example of swarm robotics. That sounds lovely. Swarm robotics, yeah? Like, we don't already have murder hornets to deal with. Now we have swarm robots. Okay. Anywho, the 2.2 million project was sponsored by DARPA, of course, and had principal investor SRI International along with other investigators. University of Washington's Robotics Estimation Lab, Stanford, blah, 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 blah. So that gives you sort of like a background. All right, what else did I want to read? So, should we do all of this? You know, Alice is smart. Has she asked herself if she's on the right path as far as these autonomous robots? Like, how do we know if they don't get so autonomous that they kind of neglect us? Like, eventually. You know, or it's a person that doesn't like other people. Like, you know, the eugenicists. They don't like other bloodlines. So, anyways, I don't want to get down that path. So, I got a Terrence McKenna quote for you. Now, we know these robots are like shape-shifting robots, basically. And I was starting to think, like, well, Terrence used to talk about a lot of things. He would talk about shape-shifting things and robotics and, you know, the, gosh, what are those? I can't remember what they were called. But anyways, here's this quote. Shamanism is about shape-shifting. Shamanism is about doing phenomenology with a toolkit that works. That's very important, right? You have to have the tools. Like, literally, a lot of things in life that you think can't be done, if you learn which tool you need for that thing that you want to do, it's so easy. Like, oh, okay, I needed, you know, a fucking hacksaw for that, or I needed a fucking whatever tool. I can't think of tools right now for some reason. But anyways, yeah, what else? Oh, and then I wanted to read a paragraph out of Manly P. Hall, which touches, I think, goes with what I was talking about here, with Alice and her robots. Whatever. Okay. The ancient Socratic philosophy involved, therefore, the correction of particulars by the renovation of generals. Affirming all particulars to have their origin in generals, it is evident that man as a particular is founded upon man as a general, and hence that which influences the general must necessarily influence the particular. The reverse, however, is not essentially true, for the lesser cannot dominate the greater, but must be dominated thereby. Philosophy, accordingly, is particularly adapted to the fields of generals, while science has an affinity for the field of particulars. Hence, science is founded in the philosophy and must receive its particular truths by adaptation from general varieties. Philosophy, consequently, is not individualistic in the commonly accepted sense, but regards individuals as dependencies of universals and seeks to achieve the liberation of individuals by the reconstruction of universals. That's Manly P. Hall, Lectures on Ancient Philosophy, chapter Demigods and Superman. Later, fuckers.